All right, guys, what is going on? Hold on, my headphones are deafening me right now. There we go. So yeah, welcome everyone. We see we have a Panda raid happening. Let me know, is the music good, the voice good, everything, you know, a nice little mixture happening on there. I'm gonna scroll up. We're gonna do a quick roll call here, but first I do see we do have a new member. So Adam Komvorsinanen. We all know I am horrible with names, but welcome and thank you for becoming a loyal Wolfpack member of the channel. Okay, who do we got here? We got, why do I still have my pinned comment there? I don't know. So we got the villain, we got Fudweiser, Responsive Resolve, Tatin 384 BDR, that's a big name, Just a Miner, Kylie Rose, Stephen Miller, TechMad TV, what's going on? Hope you had fun in Vegas. You probably missed that because you're gone loading your plane. D-Miner, Cryptith, Mr. Steelio, Helium, he's just stealing everything. He used to be blocks, now he's on to Helium because that's the way he rolls. CD Max 5, Stephen Cochran, Fully Electric, Caveman Mining, what's going on? Golden Wolf, Crypto Badal, Crypto Noob UK. Oh, we got a bunch of people here today in the first start here. Golden Wolf J _ Roman God, Fully Electric, Kylie Rose, Tenacious D, Responsive Resolve. Okay, did I miss anyone? Am I doubling people? Roman God, J Rad, Killer 65, Malibu Gaming, Dave Collins, Thomas Muller. Oh my gosh, Anonymous Miner, what's going on? Dan Hockey. Okay, yeah, there's just so many people here right now. Graham Lowe. Sorry if I missed anybody. I'm rushing through and sometimes my chat just shoots to the bottom and now I missed a whole bunch of people. We got Urchin, we got Winston, DHF, and oh my gosh, I'm sorry I missed Doge Lord. What's happening? Everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Saturday episode. Rabid Mining here live. We're going to do some AMA here, you know, check out some Ethereum block rewards, see what's happening over there, and anything else you guys do have questions for. Got excited for a second on crypto prices before I realized it's Canadian. Is it? Let me check. Oh, it is. Yeah, you're right. I tricked you there, huh? You thought it was a big pump scheme. Sometimes, you know, sometimes they start with the European and everyone's like, oh no, it crashed. But yeah, usually it starts off in USD by default. If you are unaware, this is my website, rabidmining.com. It's where my merch and everything is as well. If you want to check all that out, feel free. Yeah, good stuff. So what's going on? How's everyone doing? Having a nice weekend? Most of you guys were most likely at Red Panda's live stream where they were giving away some nice Octominer sets, and you know, honestly, that is, you know, the best case out there. I did do a video when I first received my X12 Ultra, and then I also priced it out, you know, for a comparison, because people do say, you know, they are kind of expensive, and straight out looking at it, yes, they look like an expensive rig, but in theory, with the current prices in today, it's only like an extra $100 or so to order one of those Octominer cases with everything you need. All you need is GPUs and you're good to go. And obviously it does cool better than your standard open air frame. So they are really, really amazing. I personally love them. I wish I had every GPU I have inside of them, even though I don't have that many. But what's going on? I guess I could have had my LHR card out here to fully do a test. I was expecting Panda to usually go on his normal time, but he went a little early. So I didn't want to do that test today, so I didn't have anything ready. But who knows, maybe tomorrow or something we can look into that. What's going on? My 11 RTM aren't making my build out feel so justified. 11 RTM aren't making my build outs feel so justified. Oh, what build you got going on there? Raptoreum price definitely is on the downward swing here by the looks of things. Where is my screen? Because I always need to adjust it for you guys. I am. Yeah, we're sitting just over 2.5 cents. Not too great. The hash rate on the network obviously is going way up. Let's take a look at that actually. Raptoreum hash rates. What's this difficulty looking like today? I did look at it yesterday and it was up to like 400 and some mega hash, but then a few hours later it did drop down to like 2 something. So 50% of the hash rate did come off. There you can see, look at that, 489 mega hash we were down to. Then it just dipped down to 204. We're sitting around 306. So yeah, the difficulty is obviously up. We just check into our difficulty numbers here. You can see we're sitting around 8.8. So yeah, difficulty is way up there. We're mining a lot less coins than we previously were a couple months back. If we actually go to mineraptorium.com, we can see what kind of profitability, you know. What did I do? Butchered it. mineraptorium.com, come on. Why? Okay, there we go. Now we got some numbers to show you. So a single 3900X. what are you looking at today with, you know, this difficulty and everything? It's only looking like 80 cents, guys. 30 coins per day. Now, usually I do mine little more than 30, or usually what they say here, I might be around 34 or something. Hard to say because I've been doing all these other tests for the past couple weeks. I actually haven't been keeping track of Raptoreum's profitability. So hopefully this week I will be doing that. If you are unaware, there's a lot of new miners ever since Raptoreum came, you know, kind of mainstream there. A lot of new CPU miners did come into the game, building rigs and whatnot. And just so you know, there are other coins you can mine with CPUs. It's not all about Raptoreum. Monero Ocean is definitely one of those bigger players. If you are unaware what Monero Ocean is, it's a profit switching, you know, we can just have a look at it right now. Let's just take a look at Monero Ocean. Monero Ocean pools. Take a look at their pools over here. Let me adjust my screen again. Let's give you more of an example of what they actually have going on here. So XMR mining pool. No, I don't want the actual pool itself. Monero Ocean, where's mining pool stats? Right here. Here we go. So you can see, look at all the pools they have. So majority of these are CPU mineable pools, and so it pretty much will profit switch because they have a pool on all these different algorithms. When you mine to Monero Ocean, it benchmarks your CPU, and then depending on what's going on, you know, between the market difficulty and all that, it'll bounce your CPU around to other algorithms so it could become the most profitable, and then it pays you out in XMR, which is Monero. Now, recently they did add Raptoreum into the mix of their things. They are still working on their actual Raptoreum pool, so it's not fully implemented because the benchmarking is kind of, I guess, not adapted because it only benchmarks the current rotation that Raptoreum is currently on. So if you are aware with Raptoreum, the Ghost Rider algorithm, there's 20 different rotations. So your hash rate on, say, a 3900X could be as high as like 15 kilohash, and it could be as low as like 1.2 kilohash. So depending what rotation it's on, it could potentially misbenchmark the coin, and it may not profit switch to it if need to be. So they are trying to tweak that. It is only on a current US-2 that you can actually use the Raptoreum instead of the default Gulf, which is, you know, auto detects your closest latency and then starts profit switching between them all. That is not on Monero Ocean yet, but it is being worked on, and once they do fully implement Raptoreum into the mix, I really do believe Monero Ocean will become very profitable for CPU miners, and it is what I previously used all the time until actually Raptoreum did, you know, come out and do its little bang like it did. Just swapped my rigs today from Windows Awesome Miner to Hive OS. Yes, I love Hive OS. It's awesome. So I read us.org server has RTM rotating on Monero Ocean. Yes, it most definitely does. I'll get an exact number here. Where is my XMR miner? If I go to this, I'm gonna hit, where's blah blah blah, open file location here. Make sure you guys can see all this. More adjustments for you guys. Let me just make this so you guys can see it. So we're gonna go into here. Now I'm gonna go into my config file, and I believe I do have it set to the rotation where we actually need it. So we're gonna scroll down. So yes, us.org. If you guys can see this right here, I'll highlight it, maybe that'll help. So this is, you know, the config to have Raptoreum into it. So or there is the stratum to use to have Raptoreum in there. Remember, it's experimental right now, and it might not work 100% if you choose to try this route. I am going to be testing this sometime coming up here. I'm going to put, you know, a rig on Raptoreum and a single rig on Monero Ocean and see if we're going to start coming out on top with Monero Ocean, which I really do think we are going to start seeing once they fully do implement Raptoreum across the board on all their types of algorithms. Bam. So I just want to point that out for a lot of you CPU miners, that if you enjoy XMR, remember, you can also just take XMR, convert it into, like, say, Litecoin or something, and then buy a bunch of Raptoreum, and then you'll be throwing that into the smart node if you choose to put Raptoreum onto the smart node. So technically you could be mining more Raptoreum doing it that way instead of mining Raptoreum directly. But, you know, it might be something else. It is it's the very best way if you want to, instead of mining directly XMR alone is not that profitable. And that's why a lot of other services like, NiceHash is one of them. The other one is Unminable. If you have your CPUs pointed at those platforms, they mine XMR, and XMR is one of the least profitable coins out of the other, you know, there's like 40 or 50 CPU mineable coins out there. A lot of people don't really realize it, but there's a lot. Monero Ocean Hive OS. Yes, Monero Ocean is 100% in Hive OS. I'll give you guys a quick run through that. And if you saw one of my older videos, it never used to be the MO fork, Monero Ocean fork. It never used to be in Hive OS. You have to run a custom miner. But now it's even easier because it is literally built into Hive OS. So we're going to run through this right quick. I'm just going to take rig 1 for an example. Flight sheet here because I have it made, but I'll show you my flight sheet. Here's Monero Ocean right here. So we're just going to use edit. Obviously, for the coin on your wallet, you're going to use an XMR address for this. Monero Ocean, you're going to configure your pool. Now, default, it does use 10001. I plan on making a Monero Ocean guide here sometime this week coming up because I think a lot of people are going to be moving into Monero Ocean once it is fully implemented, or even right now, because with the difficulty up on Raptoreum and the price down, you know, this is probably a more profitable way to mine with your CPUs currently. But people are saying, you know, you're getting a lot of rejected shares on profit switching when it moves over to like Haven, XHV. And that's because it does use 10001, which is only like a 5 to 50 hash rate of a difficulty. So really, really low grade CPUs. So all you do have to manually add in your 10128 port because this is your standard 2 kilohash to, I believe, 5 or 6 kilohash hash rate, and that will up your difficulty and you won't receive those difficulty shares. So one point to point out here while making this, you do have to adjust your actual port in here, and then you just go to your setup miner config. You just pick your default. I'll just run this, you know, as a standard. We're going to start from scratch. Going to pick that, and then go to XMRig again, setup miner, huge pages, you know, just click up here, bam, huge pages is in, CPU miner config, good to go. And then you got to pick your XM. Oh, you guys can't see that. Move that up, and then you have to pick your fork, which is the MO version right there, apply it, and that's it. You're up and running Monero Ocean in Hive OS. You just hit update there whenever you make it and send it to the moon. So I just hit that right now and I will be mining. I didn't even show that. So yeah, right here, you can see, you just hit your little rocket ship. It'll swap out your flight sheet and you'll be mining on Monero Ocean. What rig is this? 1. So we'll just do this right quick for you guys, just so you can see what's happening. Rocket ship there. I'm going to SSH into this rig so you guys can actually see what's happening. User 1, and then we're going to hit miner. And now you can see it's going to start doing its benchmarking ordeals. Monero Ocean is now up and running, and this is all the benchmarks it does do. So I'm going to let you guys watch this run through its benchmarks so you can get an idea of how this is actually working. And then, you know, I'll just look through the chat here and see what's going on. Some goblin loser, US $5. Thank you very much. Have you thought about playing crypto games on your gaming channel? Also, smash that like button, everyone. Much love. I haven't really, but I've been neglecting my gaming channel for a little bit. If you guys are unaware, I do have a Rabid gaming channel as well. I should probably post a link, but we'll get that maybe later on. But yeah, I have a gaming channel, and I've been neglecting it because obviously for this channel, it takes a lot of research and stuff to keep everything going, to bring, you know, all the up-to-date news for you guys. One thing I do want to point out here, you guys are probably noticing CN Heavy. This is a 3900X CPU, and that will only utilize 16 threads, as you can see here. Even though it's a 12 core, 24 thread, CN Heavy, which is XHV, is a very profitable CPU mining coin, but it does use 4 megabytes of L3 cache per thread, unlike Raptoreum, which is 2 megabytes. So we are only utilizing 16 threads on the CPU across Mining Haven. Now this is where I do think the 6000 series CPUs coming out from NVIDIA, where they're supposed to be boosting up their L3 cache a little bit, you're going to see a bigger advantage on this algorithm here, which could potentially make Haven more profitable than Raptoreum for sure. Moving on there, because you'll be utilizing possibly 20 threads or something, depending on what they're doing. Remember, that's the exact same thing. 3900X, 3950X, 5900X, and 5950X CPUs will all only utilize 16 threads on Haven. So that's why I'm hoping maybe we could utilize 20 or maybe 22, depending on how much extra L3 cache are on those CPUs. And we'll just be, you know, get a nice boost on that algorithm there. Everything else I don't think will really change on the newer AMD CPUs when it comes to algorithm wise and hash rate wise, depending if it's a little bit faster, you know, the memory controllers are a bit quicker. The DDR5 RAM obviously might play a role in it as well to make you might get a nice little boost in hash rates, but I think overall Haven would see the biggest boost over all the other algorithms. And here we go, we're off to the races. And we're throttling down. Looks like we are catching some invalid shares here by the looks of things, but it is done doing its benchmarking. We're starting to mine now, and yeah, we're gonna see, what did it pick. It picked CN Heavy, XHV, So we might have to even move this up another difficulty spot, or it may just swap its difficulty out. But if you do use that first port I showed you by default, everything would be all red and dead. So keep that in mind. But we are up and mining on Monero Ocean right now. So I just want to shut this off and go back into Raptoreum before we go too far. Just wanted you guys to see how that kind of plays out and how Monero Ocean does work. Now, where is their backup pool? Back on and good to go. There we are, back on good old Raptoreum. And again, yes, I use XM rig for everything now. Hopefully I will have that test done for you guys sometime tomorrow. No, actually it'll be Monday. And you guys will see XM rig is by far, you know, the best miner for Raptoreum with Ryzen 3000 and 5000 series CPUs. Hey Rabid, he was it going? TSL projects, what do you, he was it going? Do you mean how's it going? It's going pretty good, buddy. What's happening? I Rabid Mining, what's the clock settings you're running on a 5900X? I managed to get a great deal on a CPU board and RAM system. Will be headless on Linux. Any tips? Well, I am finding anywhere between 3.6 to 3.8 all-core overclocks at depending on what you're using. So 3.6, you can get down to 0.95 volts. Sometimes you might have to bump it up to 0.97, depends on Silicon Lottery. And 3.8, you should be able to get away with 1 volt. I do find to be the nice, most efficient settings. When CPU mining, look at your default clocks on Google or something of your CPU. Most of the time, like example, the 3900X, 5900X and whatnot, the default clock is about 3.8. So that is where you go. Anytime you start going over that, they do have boost clocks up to like 4.6 and to 5. But that's when you start actually overclocking. And the more you overclock past the standard 3.8 is the more power you are going to use for the less and less in performance gains. So once you start going over that, I don't like to do it because again, you're going to need better CPU coolers. You're going to need better motherboards for the voltages and the VRAM to keep everything cool. And if you're using a cheap little motherboard, you could start getting, you know, a potential system disconnects, reboots and stuff like that because your motherboard is actually heating up and not your CPU voltages. So it's going to make it a lot harder to tweak. And that's when you will have to move those X570 motherboards and whatnot. The further higher up that spectrum of overclocking is the better motherboards recommended. But running nice and efficient, you know, any cheap motherboard will work when it comes to mining with your CPU. How's it, man? 3Fox Crypto here. Awesome stuff. Hey, 3Fox, what's going on? What's happening? Do we have any ads here that I did miss? I'm just going to scroll up through the chat here. What's the clock settings you're running on the 5900X? I do not have a 5900X myself. I only have, what is it, 8 3900Xs, 2 3950Xs, and then one 5950X. So I don't have a single 5900X in my arsenal at this point in time anyway. It is looking like maybe that's the way to go now. It used to be the 3900X was the best price to performance, but scalpers are getting a hold of those, and you can almost find the 5000 series cheaper than the 3000 series now. I'll need to upgrade to XM rig. Is the ARM version working for GR? I am not sure, but GR also has a higher dev fee across the board on everything. Even when you're mining the flock pool, the dev fee is higher on CPU miner GR over XM rig, which is only a standard 1%. And then when you move XM rig to any other pool, the dev fee of the CPU miner GR goes up to like 1.75%. So keep all that in mind. XM rig, doesn't matter what pool you're on, it is only a standard 1%. Another thing with Monero Ocean, their MO XM rig fork that does the profit switching, it's a 0% dev fee, as well as the Monero Ocean pools itself is a 0% dev fee. So there's no dev fees involved there. The only fees you kind of got in the back end is through TradeOgre exchange fees, which isn't actually that much. I did not CPU mine yet, only GPU mining for my YouTube channel. And what AMD CPU would you recommend as good entry-level CPU? Has a fair bit of efficiency, but does not break the bank. Again, the consumer grade CPUs are great. You can go with 3700X and whatnot. That's what my little one has in her PC, which you can see this video right here, where we went through her crypto mining profits. She has a 3700X in there. It averages about 2 kilohash for a hash rate on Raptoreum. It's a 8-core, 16-thread CPU, enough L3 cache to utilize all the threads. But that's the main thing you gotta look for. Make sure you have enough L3 cache to utilize all the threads on the coin you do want to mine. Raptoreum, again, 2 megabytes per thread is required. That's why the Intel CPUs fail so bad across these more profitable coins that AMD are really ripping on. I just bought 2 3900X for $300 each. I want 4 more 3900X to change my 3600X. Nice, nice. Don't just change it out, you know, keep that 3600X going too. Don't just roll around. Guys, we have 125 viewers, 66 likes. Come on, guys, smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button as well. You know, what do we have for subscribers? I didn't even look. But I am trying. January 3rd is my birthday, guys. We're trying to hit 30,000 subscribers by my birthday. I don't think we're going to do it, but hey, you never know. We might. You know, you never know. Dogelord Apparel, what's going on? Thank you very much for the $5 donation. Coffee Lives Matter. Dogelord Coffee helps you keep the mining rigs bring. Please remember to retweet about the grand opening. Yes, correct. Dogelord does have his own coffee now. Let me see if we can find this right quick. Where do I? Dogelord. Let's see, Dogelord Apparel. Where are you? Is dogelord.com. Let's check it out. Is the coffee on here? Let me adjust my screen so we can see this fully. I believe it's that one. That one looks a little better. Bam. Okay, Dogelord, is your coffee on here? Let me see. Let me see. Do we got coffee? Do we got coffee? We got all sorts of wicked apparel. If you guys are looking for some sweet apparel, obviously Dogelord is the place to go. I don't know if I can find Dogelord mugs, sponsors. Is it on a different website, baby? I don't know where the coffee is. I'll have to find it. I'll have to find your coffee. There is coffee available. You crypto coffee, guys. If you guys are coffee drinkers and you enjoy crypto, you need some crypto coffee. Love them, Sheest. Oh, I thought XMRig needed to use the GR algo to get RTM. Does it use random X? No, random X is the ROX algorithm, which is, you know, the algorithm that Monero does use. Now, CPU Miner GR is just what it uses for Ghostwriter, the Ghostwriter algorithm. But XMRig, it can mine on all these other algorithms across the majority of the coins. And then one reason why I do enjoy XMRig is, one, it's not as CPU demanding as CPU Miner GR is. I noticed that my computer, it can do a lot more background stuff using XMRig. Also, XMRig, it's been around for a very long time. When I do talk about XMRig with CPU mining, it's like comparing T-Rex to NVIDIA GPUs and Team Red Miner to AMD GPUs. It's just the go-to miner for CPU mining. And when they actually released Ghostwriter support for Raptoreum, I was really excited. And because they released it, that opened up the doorway to Monero Ocean and all these other type of platforms that utilize XMRig or a fork of it to mine, you know, all sorts of other coins. So XMRig, you know, moving into Ghostwriter here just opened up a lot of doors to mine it a lot more profitable than, you know, the default of what we previously had. Okay, you're not on Flockmore anymore, right? I was never on Flockpool in the first place. I was only on it for the last week just to test out XMRig versus CPU Miner GR. And I'm not going back. I'm just going to give some hints. Obviously, right now, I'm telling you, XMRig is a more profitable miner than CPU Miner GR. Also, out of the 6 pools I did mine, I did test out for profitability. Flock's pool was in the top 3, and it wasn't first or second. So those are the only hints I've given you. Flockpool is not the most profitable pool, and it's also the CPU Miner GR is not the most profitable miner as well. I've been trying to give out these numbers before, but you know, a lot of people just say, thing with crypto mining is you need to have patience. If you go a 24-hour time frame, you know, you're like, oh, I'm not getting coins in my wallet. I'm not getting coins in my wallet, you know. And that's why a lot of people moved over to Flockpool, because you're constantly hitting a whole bunch of blocks. But I've been trying to say for a long time, due to the hash rate that they do have, because they have the majority, like over 75% of the hash rate, the block to hash rate ratio that's going on there, yes, they're finding a lot of blocks, but they're still not finding enough to make it the most profitable pool. So other pools are getting higher luck bases and everything throughout the week, and you're seeing them hit a couple extra blocks. So like 100 blocks on Flockpool is like 20 to 25 blocks on a smaller pool is more profitable than the 100 blocks on Flockpool, because you're getting such a bigger cut on that smaller pool than you are on Flockpool. But yes, get the flock off Flockpool. Oh, anyway, that was funny. I love that video. Let's see what's going on. Scrolling back up. I think Dogelord, did you say something else about the coffee? I could find it. Okay, Anonymous Miner, Rabid Mining. Rig 5 says you are a sucker. His words, not mine. Yes, Rig 5, me and him have a love-hate relationship. Rig 5, you know, he has kind of an attitude, but at the same time, he just wants to make the most amount of coins as he can. And he's really mad that he can no longer mine Bitcoin. You know, originally Bitcoin was mined on CPUs, and now it's just dominated by ASICs and cheap power. Afternoon all, pleasure to home during your live AMA. Oh, well, Savvy Fortech, welcome. What's going on? Malcolm Eastbang, what is the best miner to use? XM rig or CPU miner for Raptoreum? The best miner to use, again, maybe with Intel CPU miner GR, maybe better. But when it comes to the Ryzen CPUs, XM rig all the way. It's just a better miner, less dev fee, and I was mining more coins per day with that rig, with the XM rig miner. Bad Humpty, do tell. What? Bad humbug. Oh, humbug. Is this still profitable to invest CPU mining long time? I really do believe CPU mining could potentially be on par or even better in profitability over GPUs once Ethereum does move to proof of stake. Now, I know that's a big thing to say right now. A lot of people, I've been mining with a CPU for quite some time now, as well as GPUs. But obviously, GPUs are the better way to go. When it comes down to building a rig previously, people say, you know, they make it sound like it costs so much more. Like 3900X rig, you got to buy the motherboard, you got to get the RAM, you got to build a complete system. And so you're better off just scaling with GPUs. Well, when I was building these systems, to build the complete whole system, that's power supply, RAM, SSD, the CPU, the cooler, everything, it was the same price as buying AIB version of a 3070. That's why I always like to compare my 3900X rigs to 3070s. Obviously, a 3070 is more profitable now, and now scalpers are starting to take a hold of the CPU type of market, so the prices are going up. But when I built all these, it was the same price to build a complete rig as buying just a single 3070. And there were some times when the CPU was almost double the profitability of 3070s and over the profitability of a 3090, you know, for a couple weeks and stuff back then. Now, obviously, the hash rate went up, the coin price is down, and that's not happening. But Ethereum is moving to proof of stake, and a lot of people are saying, oh, I can just mine another coin. And yes, you can, but the profitability is going to change. A lot of people just don't know how bad it's going to change. Like literally, the Raven coin halving is set to hit next month around January 11th. Plus, if you take at least 5 times the hash rate and throw that on Raven coin with a 6x RTX 3080 rig, making maybe $25, $26 per day on Ravencoin right now, it's going to be losing $1 or $2 per day with only a 5 times hash rate increase of a 5 times difficulty increase. Now that's only 5 times, and it works out there's going to be like 25 times the hash rate coming in. Now that's if everything does move straight over to Ravencoin. Obviously, it's not going to happen. Everyone's not going to move to Ravencoin. It's going to be bouncing around all over the place. People are going to be jumping on Ergo. People are going to be jumping on, Flux, everywhere. It's going to eventually spread out. It's going to take a good couple weeks to a month for the hash rate. A lot of people are going to be like, okay, I'm just going to sell my rig. It's not profitable anymore. And as people start selling rigs, obviously the market's going to be flooded with some GPUs. People will be buying GPUs, and the price of GPUs should be going down at that point, just like how we kind of see in a winter, because technically, even if crypto prices are up, we will kind of still be in a winter because GPUs are going to be extremely unprofitable. But as more hash rate does come off, then, coins will start becoming more profitable again. It's just going to take some time for that to happen. But CPU mining is not going to be affected by any of this whatsoever. It's on its own algorithms. It's on its own coins. And, you just keep mining like nothing happened. Ethereum moves to proof of stake, and CPU mining just keeps trucking along like not even a blip happened during that day. It doesn't affect them whatsoever, unless everyone sells their GPUs and buys CPUs, obviously. But after that all does happen, I do think profitability will be very, very close together, and the CPUs could potentially become more profitable. But again, it's way too soon to tell, but that's why I do slowly build up my CPU mining rigs when I do know when something's going to happen. You still don't know when ETH is going to POS? No, we have no idea. I was looking at a history chart the other day of Ethereum and how they actually worked. I wonder if I can find this right now, because they claim a lot of things, but if you actually look at their history, there's been some gaps where they actually did an update within 2 years. Like it was like 2014 to 2016, and then in 2017 they did like one update, and then in 2018 they did maybe one and thought about another one. And like they say they're doing all these things on paper when they're coming out with all these articles and stuff that they're doing, it looks like they're doing a lot of stuff really fast. But if you looked at their track record in the past, they only release like one update a year, and they got some big things coming. So it's probably most likely going to be delayed till at least the end of next year instead of the middle. And that's at least. It could potentially be another year or two until they finally do the merge. And if you are unfamiliar, the merge with Ethereum is the transition from proof of work, which is mining, to proof of stake. And that's not even Ethereum 2.0. At that point, the Ethereum, when they say 2.0, that's not the merge. The merge is happening way before Ethereum 2.0. Ethereum 2.0 is when sharding and everything is implemented into the network. You can actually start pulling out that staked ETH that people have. Remember, people have been staking ETH since it was like, what, $400, $450. It's been there for quite some time. It's only a one-way trip, though. People are sending it, but you cannot pull it out. And it's not going to be able to pull it out once the transition from proof of work moves to proof of stake. It's still not going to be able to be pulled out until they fully implement their network, and that's still going to be a good couple months. Obviously they're going to be go 100% full bore to get their network up and running completely after the transition happens of the merge, but it's still going to take quite some time. So they're probably going to make sure they get all the Ethereum 2.0 in the back end as close to complete as they can before they actually do that transition, which could lead into a potential, another year or something increase or delay into their actual transition of the merge. Again, we have no idea what's going to happen, but most likely it will be extended again just due to their really slow track record. I don't know if any of that made sense to a lot of you guys because some of it was kind of just all over the place, but yeah, hopefully you guys understood what I kind of said. devs say February the code for POS will be done, but still needs a test and implementation is around the June of the year, they say. Yes, very true. And they also said, because they've been having some this transition is really going to be a make it or break it. Keep that. Some gov loser. Loser. Thank you for that $2 donation. The website is Doge Lord Coffee. Oh, Doge Lord Coffee. Let's take a look at that. Doge Lord Coffee. Doge Lord Coffee. Let's check out Doge Lord Coffee. Doge Lord Coffee repurpose. We'll try this Twitter post here. Maybe there's something going on here. Enter coffee. Is this it? Is this it? Does it have the website here? I don't see the website, but I see some pictures. Fresh roast. You can check this guys out. We got some fresh roast picture coffee here. Whoa. There we go. Doge Lord Coffee. Fresh roast. Whole bean bullish traders roast. There you go. It's all about the bulls. Be sure to check that out. Now, where was I in this big hit and miss thing? I forgot what I was talking about. Something about F2, but I don't remember where I was. You need the .com. Oh, you need the .com. The top three. Let's see here. DogeLordCoffee.com. Try this again. DogeLordCoffee.com. Boom. Uh-oh. Helps if you spell stuff right, though, huh? Don't you think? That usually helps with a lot of issues when doing stuff. Doge Lord. Try this again. Did we do it? There we go. I found it, guys. I found it. I'll just throw this in the live chat for you guys. If anybody does want to check out Doge Lord Coffee, I'm going to run this into full screen right quick. Boom. There. Now we can see. Doge Lord Coffee right there. Look at all that stuff. Coffee drinkers, get your coffee. There we go. Oh, look, accept Bitcoin. You can buy coffee with Bitcoin. There's a first. Pretty sure it's first. Okay, what do we got here? Dark coffee, yum. Coffee Tuies, yo. What ASIC miner offers the best bang for the buck? Oh my gosh, I don't think any ASIC right now has any best bang for its buck, in all honesty. Let's look. ASIC miner value. Everything is like times whatever in price. Like, I don't know. I don't recommend buying an ASIC right now. Unless you can find one at a decent price, which is from the manufacturers. Their price is okay, but most likely they're all sold out. So let's just jump into this screen. I'm going to adjust this so we can look at some things here. All right, so here we are. So let's see what we got here. The E9 is still up first. Who knows if this is coming out? Who knows if this can be nerfed? Because we did find out the A11 has been nerfed. It's 1500. So this one right here, not happening. If anyone starts trying to sell you the A11 at 2 gigahash, it's a scam. It's bad. It's not real. So let's take a look at, I don't even know. What should we look at? Let's look at the KD5 because that thing is extremely profitable. but the price list on this thing, like, look at this gold shell, straight from gold shell. You could get it for $9,000. Obviously it's sold out, but look at the third-party sellers, because it price spiked and everything. $66,000, $76,000. Like, wow, these things just shot up in price. So obviously they're in stock. If you see something for a lot cheaper, it's most likely not real, and you know you're getting scammed. But yeah, as for ASICs right now, I don't think anything is really, like, where's the HD box? This thing is a wicked miner. KD box, there we go. The KD box is what I'm talking about. So this thing makes $5,000 a year. It's about $13.99 per day. It only uses 205 watts. That is way more profitable than GPUs by far. But let's take a look at the price. Yeah, that's what I thought. Originally, gold shell, you could buy it $1,700. Third-party vendors, we're at $8,300, $83, $9,300. This is all USD price as well. So if I hit this to Canadian, it's like $11,000, $12,000 across the board. Definitely, like, right now, buying ASICs, not worth it. Anything over a year of an ROI, not good. Look, 2-year ROI coming from ASIC Miners. Like, this is insane. So I don't know. Right now, ASIC world, buying something in an ASIC, not worth it. And if anything happens to that algorithm, you know, then it just turns into a doorstop. It's optimized for the algorithm it's made to mine on. And if something happens, boom, it's gone. Toast. L7. Oh, I love the L7. I want one so bad. But let's take a look at the L7. That's a good idea. Let's look at the L7, because I really do want one of these. If you are unfamiliar with the L7, it's the Big Daddy upgrade to the much popular Antminer L3 Plus, and people are still trying to get their hands on those L3 Pluses. But remember, back in crypto winter, people were buying them for $50, $100, and now they're going for, like, I don't even know how much anymore, 2,000, 3,000, no idea. It's just insane out there. Probably higher than that now, depending where you look. But the L7 right here, 9.5, I believe, is the one. Yeah, this thing's a monster. Where are our prices? So from Bitmain itself, $12,800, but $28,000. This one actually did not, well, it's out of stock everywhere, but it doesn't look like it inflated as bad as the other ones. So these ones still aren't too bad. But again, I don't know if I buy one right now. We are at the tipping point right now. We could go to a nice spike in prices coming up here soon, or we could be hitting into a winter. Like, we are right at the tipping point where no one really knows what's about to happen in the market. So I'd wait out, hold out, see what's happening. But yeah, out of stock, this does look like it's not actually inflated like the majority of the other miners. But again, you can't really get them. I don't even know if they've shipped yet. And once they do ship, who knows what's going to happen. It could be changed as well as nerfed. All sorts of factors going on. You sold an L3 Plus for $1,400 on eBay for 2 hours. I should have upped the price. Yeah, it took 2 hours to sell that at $1,400. See, that's insane. People are buying them like crazy. A lot of people are selling them too. Keep that in mind. I saw on Kijiji there was someone selling about 50 L3 Pluses, because they are probably trying to sell off those hardware there to upgrade to the L7, because the L7 mines about the same amount as 19 L3 Pluses, but it only uses the power of 5.5 L3 Pluses. So it is extremely efficient script algo miner. And if you're unfamiliar what coins are on the script algorithm, that is your Litecoin, that's your Dogecoin, Digibyte, Emerald coin, I think. A couple other coins are on it as well. But Litecoin, I really enjoy Litecoin. To me, I use Litecoin for a lot of purposes. One, paying for my Hive OS. Two, transferring between, if I want to move ETH to a certain exchange or something, I move it into Litecoin and transfer it, because Litecoin fees are very, very cheap. So I do use Litecoin a lot myself, and that Antminer L3 Plus really helps with, you know, stacking up some of that Litecoin. When is the Rabid raid on Panda? There is no Rabid raid on Panda today, because he actually went live earlier than usual, because he had that massive Octominer giveaway, which was awesome. Hopefully sometime in the future, I've been kind of talking to Octominer, we may be doing something like that on this channel, but again, it's way too early to tell. They'll probably just use Panda again, because obviously Panda does have a huge audience, so it may be better. But again, maybe we can implement that on this channel as well sometime here in the future, but only time will tell. Litecoin is fast. Yes, Litecoin's fast, cheap, everything. Yo, yes, I remember. I was watching that. Patrick Stanton. See, yeah, you had the name where everyone's like, how am I going to remember and write down that name? But yes, you did win an Ultra 8 Plus. Congratulations. I bet you're pumped for that. That's awesome. That's wicked. I love those. Remember though, They were talking about, I was kind of getting some stuff out of there. But the Ultra Plus 8X, what is it? It comes with 4 750 watts, so a total of 3,000 watts. I was kind of talking in chat there. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but make sure you need at least a 35 amp, 120 volt breaker in order to fully utilize that, or you will have to split it between a couple of 15 amp breakers, or you will be blowing your breaker. Keep that in mind. Make sure you have the circuits and the breakers to support full capacity of one of those Octominers before you just start plugging it in somewhere and blowing breakers all the time and being like, what's going on here? It's broken or something. That's not the case. Just make sure you do have the power to run something efficiently or properly. Gives me a reason to buy more GPUs. Yeah, for sure. You always need that. I want to get my hands on one of those X8 Ultras for my AMD cards. I have about 5 AMD cards. I want to get, I guess, 3 more so I could fill one of those up. But I'm trying to get my hands on one of those X8 Ultras as well, because they look pretty sweet. And honestly, ever since I tried that X12 Ultra, I don't want any open air mining rigs anymore. Those Octominers are amazing and they cool way better. That thing's keeping my 3090 Founders Edition nice and cool. Let's take a look. What's actually at that right now? Let me see what's happening with this unit, bad boy. So yeah, right here, no thermal throttling. Here is my 3090. Looks like we're up to 53 degrees on the core right now. Usually it's only running around like 45 to 48, but we're up to 53. It's getting a little warm down here. Yeah, we're still running 123 mega hash. I have not done any thermal issue, no thermal pad job on this 3090 Founders Edition, and I'm not witnessing any thermal throttling. And this is inside that Octominer. As you can see, here's our external fans. We got a rig temp in. We have a 27 degree intake with an exhaust of 35 degrees. We got a 14% humidity. I'm not sure what the pressure on this ENV sensor is really for. You also have PSU power sensor here. So here's the intake of my PSU power supplies on there. 31 degrees, exhausting at 67 degrees. And then if you want to control your fans, you just go up to this fancy little Octominer ordeal up here. Show you got a little right here integration, and you can run it with your auto fans. I don't run it with auto fans myself. I just have a stock 70% roll, and that's all I really need. It keeps everything nice and good rolling around at 70% fans. So it's a great, nice little mining kit. Very, very, very good. I love it. Sorry, but I just walked in the door. No panda raid today. Almost sounds like a dirty. Oh, crazy. What type of rig do you recommend to someone to start? I know very little about this. I want to start. Know your Joe. Well, it all depends what you want to mine. Right now, everything is so expensive right now. It's really hard to find a rig. So I can't really recommend a rig to get right now. I guess just look around the used market. And if everything's sincerely scalped, try to, find a drop. AMD does do a direct buy drop every Thursday morning. If you guys are unaware, you can get a direct buy drop from AMD every Thursday. I keep forgetting about it, and I've only tried it twice, and I failed both times. But I'm going to try to remember every Thursday to try and get a hold of some more of those 6000 series AMD cards. What is this? Did you know that you can buy PC parts on Reddit most of the time cheaper than eBay? I kind of did. I never really followed it. People were sending me links of like some thread rippers and whatnot that were posted on Reddit, but I never actually gone through with it. But yeah, I've been checking it out. I wasn't fully aware, but yes, you can totally buy hardware and stuff. Just keep an eye out for, scammers and stuff, because if they're, if it's crypto only or direct, links and stuff like that, wire transfers, stuff that you cannot revert, I'd try to stay away from those. Stuff like potentially maybe PayPal or something I would use, because if you get if something bad happens, or they're tricking you or faking you out or something, you can revert those transactions. So try to stay away from the traceless versions of purchasing something, and always use a backtrack trail where you can protect yourself when purchasing from those type of places. Sasushi Mafi, hi Rabid Mining, love your content. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching the channel. The community is only as big as all you guys, so it's you guys is what makes this channel and makes this community what it is. So without you guys, there'd be no me. So I should be the one thanking all of you guys. I bought a GTX 1070 on offer up for 150. That's not too bad. I haven't really mined with any of the 10,000 series or like 1000 series GTX cards. I do actually have a RTX, what is that, 670. I'm gonna try to throw that on something one of these days. I think there is a coin out there that only has like a 1 1 GB DAG file or something. I wonder what it is, but I should check it out. How much raptoreum should I hold till March 2022 to be a future millionaire? Not financial advice. I'm not really sure. I'd try to get to at least 1 million coins though. But yeah, I have no idea. I'm not sure. RTM's probably a couple year hold, not just a 1 year, probably a couple years. Next year, you know, smart contracts and stuff are coming in. One thing about raptoreum that I really like is the devs. The devs are very active. They're always trying to, you know, get listed on more exchanges. They're trying to upgrade the network. You know, they're doing all sorts of things, which is what you want to see. You look at other coins like even Ravencoin, for example, they haven't really done anything for quite some time. So even at the halving, I don't even know if their price is going to go up too much, because it seems like it started off all good and a lot of people are talking about it. But I don't know, if you're looking on a chart, you know, dev point of view and dev workings kind of dropped to nothing. So I don't know if anything's really going to come out of Ravencoin moving into the future, but we'll see what happens after the halving and everything. You know, things could change. But when looking at things, yes, you definitely want to look for active devs on a coin. If they're actively trying to, you know, do better for the coin and the network, then there's a lot of, you know, good chance that the coin could shoot up in you know, price and value in the future, which is raptoreum is a possibility of happening. 2 weeks and I'm at 1,000 coins. So much for getting rich. Hey, you never know. You never know. Like, remember, a lot of people, you know, when winters do happen, technically fiat value, you're not really making that much, but because people do sell off a lot of rigs and, you know, they pull off the network or they just shut them off, that does bring the hash rate and difficulty down a lot. So mining in a winter, as long as you can pay for your power with either your job or whatever you're doing, if you can afford to pay your power and mine through a winter, technically that is the most profitable time to be mining crypto, because all the hash rate is down and you're going to be seeing higher yields of the coin. And then when the next bull run does come around, you just, you know, you're laughing. You made a lot more coin than you previously did throughout the whole first year ahead of time. So keep that in mind though, too, when it comes to crypto winters. Even though it's not profitable, a lot of people see that, pull their things off, but you could start mining more and more coins per day than you were during a bull run. I got two 250s rigs on it. Nice. Did you need a Gmail or phone number? Fudweiser. What's going on? What are you guys talking about? Yeah, man. Fund. I don't know what's going on. You guys are doing something. Ravencoin's pumping right now, for real? Is it? Do I have Ravencoin on my thing? Where's my thing? Yeah, I do, right there. 8 cents. What? Is this right? What is the Ravencoin price? Hold on. Let's look up Ravencoin. What's the Ravencoin price right now? Ravencoin price. Is it pumping for real? Let's find out. Ravencoin, are you pumping? You're up 3%. Oh yeah, you're going up a little bit. You got a nice little steady stream happening here. Let's look at the last 7 days. That's not much of a pump. Let's look at the last 14 days. Yeah, so we are way down than what we were in the past 14 days. Looks like December 3rd, we were up to 11 cents here, and now we're sitting at 8 cents. So we'll see what happens. It's on an up kind of spike here, but we're definitely down a lot more than it used to be. What's the all-time high here? What's max? Boom, what did Ravencoin peak at? Where's your peak? Come on. 22 cents. So it peaked at 22 cents. Remember, at 22 cents, even after the merge and everything, 22 cents is not enough to be profitable in Ravencoin. Like, you're gonna be mining, but what do we work it out to? 4 to 6 coins per day with 6x3080 rigs. So you're gonna need at least $1 a coin to make $8 a day. So that's pretty insane, you know, just to give you a number on how things will change once the merge does happen to proof of stake. But again, we have no idea when it's going to happen, but we all know it is going to happen. So just keep your mind on that. It's been 8 cents for a couple of days. Yeah, Flex is definitely pumping. I did see it higher in the profitability here. Let's see if it still is. 8x3070s is looking like Flux is up to 22, so it looks like it was higher. I think yesterday Flux was higher, or last night or something, but Ethereum did take control again. So obviously Ethereum is the go-to. Let's take a look at my 3060. Where's my TI? Light hash rate. What is this thing predicting? 42 mega hash, it says. See, I'm only sitting at 40. Ethereum is not the most profitable on my LHR card by the looks of things. Flux is more profitable. Zero looks like the #1 coin, but I still have it on Ethereum. It's mining Ethereum because that's just what I'm doing. Very interesting. How about our block rewards? We didn't check those out yet today. Block rewards are looking like 2.3, 2.1, 2.0. So nothing fancy, no big miners, no NFT drops, nothing happening there. Network hash rate, how are we looking? 909 terahash. Didn't go up anymore from the other day here. 909, we're actually down 890. We're down to 890, so some hash rate was lost in the past 24 hours. Not too bad. Obviously, we're not going to see that much, but if this thing Ethereum dropped back down to like, say, 300-400 mega hash, that'd be nice. We'd be loving that. Why is XMR only picking up 12 cores on a 3800? 12 cores? I think you mean threads, because a 3800, it's 8 core 16 thread, isn't it? Raven is more profitable than ETH on LHR GPUs. Is it? Is it really? Let me go back here. 3070 Ti, no. 3060 Ti light where's the light hash rate? Oh, right here. Is Raven above it? I don't think it is. No, Raven's way under it. Ethereum's still more profitable on LHR than Raven coin currently. Plus, also keep in mind, let's say, depending on your power prices, let's say they're exact. After power, you are mining the same amount. I would still pick something else over Ravencoin because Ravencoin does require more power to mine it. So depending how you pay for power, myself, I pay for my power and I also got distribution fees based on that. My distribution fees are way higher than my power bill. So like I'd even mine, like say Ravencoin was even 20 cents higher than say Ergo. I would mine Ergo instead because I'm probably saving more on power than mining the more profitable Raven coins. So you got to keep those things in mind as well, that these things do some coins require a lot more power than others, and it could result in actual less profits if you're paying for power throughout your crypto. The issue currently with ETH is the gas fees. I also have my ETH rewards paid out in BTC, so I currently hodl BTC rather than ETH. Yes, that is the one issue. It's very expensive to move Ethereum and sell Ethereum, and just get your payouts. I use Flexpool myself. I have my gas fee set at 65. Oh, we're down to 83 right now. Gas fees are, they're decent, but they're no, 15 or 20 like they used to be. Like honestly, ever since 1559 came out, everything just got more and more broken. So yeah, I don't even know what to say. Ethereum's bad. Ethereum's just a bad, broken network. They really got to fix stuff. Especially we got ADA and stuff coming out. We have other platforms that are starting to get DeFi built on them. I really do think eventually, right now, Ethereum has so many people building on it, and that's why it's such a good coin and profitable. But, moving on to the future, if they don't do this, they don't transition over to ETH 2.0, relatively smoothly and fast, and it's actually a nice performance gain across the network, I think it'll drop its value, and other coins, such as ADA and even XMR, they're starting to build DeFi on XMR stuff. So more DeFi platforms are being built across other networks and coins. And, if a lot of people move to them because it's cheaper and it's better, then why would you use Ethereum? So, there's a lot of things going around that could really hurt Ethereum long term. But again, we have no idea what's going on. It's way too soon to tell anything. No, I'm not currently using the Polygon network. Maybe I should, because Polygon, is set for potentially a big boom coming up in the future. But I still have everything just rolling with Ethereum at current time. Stream keeps freezing. I have over 500 mega hash on Raven. Would think to be better to move to ETH, which would be about 800 mega hash. You would also save a bunch of money on power. Your power. 500 mega hash on ETH is probably closer to 900 to probably around 900 mega hash what you have on ETH, and you'd be using less power than mining on Ravencoin. Hello, Rabid. How are you today? Good to see you. Congrats from Germany. Hey, what's going on, Mining Mole GR? Germany, what's happening over there? Is it getting cold over there yet? Probably. It's starting to get a little chilly over here now. We still haven't really had too much snow though, where I'm from in Alberta. It hasn't snowed too much. And then when it did snow, it warmed up and melted. So hopefully we get some snow here by the time Christmas hits. It's really weird that usually we get a lot of snow by October, and this year it's not very much at all. But yeah, I'm doing good over here. I hit a 54 GUI payout 4 days ago. Not too bad. It's been going down recently. Someone said the layer 2s are helping free up some of the mainnet bandwidth. I don't know. Hey, it's a good possibility. There are a lot of people switching to layer 2, but the only problem with that, it just makes it a lot more confusing for people. They really got to simplify what's going on the network. You know, just saying, hey, you can move over to layer 2 now. That means you got to go to like MetaMask, and then you got to swap over to this and move it to that. Like, that's not really user friendly. You need something that's user friendly if you really want more people to use it, not make it more confusing. Like, there's literally people out there. Obviously, they probably even haven't heard of crypto or don't know it. There's a lot of people that don't, but there's people that don't really know how to turn on their phones or, you know, turn on a computer. Like, it's for real. Some people don't. Like, so you got to really make things simplified for people like that if you really want widespread adoption. So some things you got to keep in mind. You really need to simplify some stuff, not just saying, oh, I can swap it over to this and then move it to that, and then, you know, I can use that network instead. People aren't going to know what's going on. People are going to lose a lot of their coins doing something wrong in the background of wrong address or wrong network when they transfer. You know, it just adds for a lot of lost funds happening. Yeah. Got myself 800 mega hash on 2 miners. At you reckon it's worth to get more cards, expand? It's always worth it. All my crypto, I haven't really been hodling at all whatsoever. I use my crypto to buy more rigs. So my CPU mining rigs all bought with either XMR, Ethereum, or whatever, all through mining profits. All my cards come from mining profits. So that's where I use all my crypto. My crypto pretty much funds my YouTube channel so I can showcase stuff for you. I don't have any big stashes anywhere. It's all used and funded for my channel. I totally agree with the conclusion, which is one real nice hash. Getting rid of free Coinbase transfers could be a bad. Oh, that's going to be a really bad move for them. Like, free Coinbase transfers from NiceHash was a big selling point on their platform. So now that if you have to start paying for transfers and whatnot, you know, it could move people away, which I think is a good thing. It's a bad idea to have too many people on NiceHash, especially moving into the future when a bunch of hash rate drops off networks. Yeah, it could just cause, NiceHash has caused actually a few attacks in the past. Like Ethereum Classic was one of them, and a few other coins, but they have been the cause of them. Not on purpose, but just, you know, people renting out their platform. Can you give reason why people stop mining in winter? Javid Sidin, by winter, I'm assuming you mean crypto winter, and that is because that's when the prices drop. If you know 2017, you know, everything went up. That's when Bitcoin hit like 18,000 Canadian. That was the first real, you know, huge spike after 2013. Everything tends to usually go in 4-year cycles. So 2013, first adoption of Bitcoin kind of was happening there. They'd seen a nice little spike. Then crypto winter hit. 4 years later, same thing happened 2017. Nice spike to 18,000 Canadian, and everyone started really talking about it. More people got into mining, and then winter hit. And that's when Bitcoin, after it hit the 18,000 or something, it dropped down to like 3,000. And USD, that's like what, 2,000, 2,400 or something. So it went way down. So mining was extremely not profitable. You were wasting a lot of power trying to mine in very, very little fiat rewards. But at the same time, you were getting a lot more coins than you were today. And then, you know, people start selling their rigs. That's why you could pick up GPUs at the time. You could go out, they could find you can go to the store if you want a GPU. They have GPUs. There's no shortage. You can go to the used market. You can get everything super cheap. I literally bought 12 RX 580s, 2 motherboards, 4 power supplies, and the Amazon rack, full setup, SSD and everything for $1,200 Canadian, complete setup. If I was to look online right now, that'd be like $15,000. So people really do start selling everything. Prices go down in crypto winters and everything's just good to go. But because you're not making any money, that's why it's not good to mine in a crypto winter. But if you've been in the game for a while and you realize this and you know what's going on, mining in the winter, you get way more yields. So you'll be stacking up more coins for a future bull run. Last 2 summers ago, 386 mega hash, for an example, 386 mega hash was granting 1.2 Ethereum per month. Right now, 1 gigahash isn't even giving you half an Ethereum. That's how much, you know, the difficulty does come into play, and how much, you know, all that hash rate coming off in a winter and people not mining does actually affect things. But long term, you make a lot more while mining in the winter than you would mining in a bull run. Javid Sequili, thank you for the 200. I am not sure what that symbol is, but Thank you very much. Much appreciated for sure. Jonathan Smith, can you link to your videos on overclocking CPU? I'm getting 40-ish coins per day with 3 Ryzen 3900X. Yeah, you can go to my motherboard one. Let's have a look here. See if I can find it. Obviously, this is my website. Rabid Mining has all my stuff. So we'll just see if I can find that one for you right quick here. Let's see what we got. Boom. Warning. There's the one right there. Get off flock pool. That video. That's awesome. I love that video. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Love it. Okay, let's see if I can find my motherboard one though. I'll link it to you. Save on RAM. Scrolling through. Everything wants to slow right down for me right now. Motherboard. There's the Octominer right there. X12 Ultra build. That's a fun one. Where is the motherboard one? I can't find my motherboard. That's where I go through the motherboard. I do my settings, but I love 3.6 to 3.8 all cores at 1 volt, right across the board on 3900Xs, all the way up to the 5950X. I cannot find it. I don't know where it is. Is it that far back? I don't think it was that old of a video. Maybe it was. Maybe I got to re-update that. I may have to update that video. This hardware list. No, not that one. I think it's right around this area. It's coming up. It's coming up. Here it is. Motherboard BIOS. Here we go. I'm going to click on that. Oh, no. It watches it here. I don't want to watch here. I want to go to YouTube. Let's try this. Let's try this. There we go. Here's the link. Copy. All right. Got it. Here's a link for my motherboard settings for overclocking your CPU. Now, this is what you do have to use your BIOS when it comes to using Hive OS. But when you're actually doing it in Windows, Ryzen Master is very, very easy. Actually depends if it's new, yes. Used, suspicious. Brand, oh, very true. New, yes. And then, yeah, if used, you gotta be very careful with that. 200 rupees. Rupees. I've heard of rupees. Where's rupees from? Oh, I know where I heard of rupees before. John Lemon. Where are rupees? 337. 337 Canadian. Thank you very much. Rupees. Oh, I must say rubies. Ruby sounds cooler. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. Even 1 gigahash won't give you 0.5 a month build. Yeah, that's true. Actually, where's my hash rate? Let me take a look right now. Oh, it's not on. I'm at like 0.14 something. So yeah, not even 1 gigahash gives you half an ETH anymore, when 368 mega hash was giving you 1.2 Ethereum per month. So a drastic change of what happens with the increase of miners and difficulty with all that hash rate. It's crazy. I think I added some new stuff in my merch store. Let's check it out. I got to go to the Litecoin Lite mod here. We're going to click on the old merch store link. Let's check it out. Merch. We're going to look at my merch store for a second. There we go. There we go. Check it out. I got my mask. I wear this everywhere I go. If you guys are any of you from Edmonton, you saw me at the Best Buy drop. Obviously, I was wearing that mask. I do have a toque here somewhere. I just put up some mouse pads here. You got some mouse pads. My notebook, Rabid's notebook. See, I'm gonna order this sometime myself. I don't have one yet, but I'm going to have one. This will be my new notepad when I, do my testing and stuff to write down. But Rabid's notebook available right there. The B&E is up there now. What else do I got? Do I got anything else? Oh, that's it. I thought I added more. Maybe I don't have too much more. Yeah, there is my merch store. Obviously, we got the donation type of page here. Just want to do a run through all this stuff. Got the donation page. Accepts Ethereum, Dogecoin, Monero, Ethereum Classic. These are mine, and obviously a PayPal one as well. What else do I got on my website? I got my crypto mining hardware. I'm kind of working on this where we go through PSUs, GPUs, frames. These are links to things I recommend. It's not complete yet. I think I got some stuff in PSUs here. Let me just check. I haven't been on through the website for a while. So yeah, we do have some parallel mining PSUs here. Direct link to. I don't think they sell the 2400 watts anymore, but yeah, crypto news. Got a bunch of new stuff happening. I think this is where all my blogs are. Yes, I can go back to dark mode now because that's a little bright. Here's a bunch of my blog posts I have going on here. CPU mining rig builds, NVIDIA CMP 170HX, GPUs, all sorts of fun stuff going on my website. So I'm also run this in the background so that you guys can, run the old blogging type of thing. If you guys were unaware about if this even existed. Do you have wool beanies? Wool. Oh, I don't know if I have wool. I will look into that. after, and I'll see if there is a wool one. I can see if I can get that added for you right quick. But as of right now, I don't think I have wool, just that one there, which is like a cotton. So yeah, I will look. I'm gonna write that down right now and look into wool beanies. One sec. All right, I wrote it down. Check the website in a couple hours and we'll see if it's updated. Javin Sidler, the 400, is that rubies again? Rubies? If you had to mine 3 alternative CPU mineable coins apart from Raptoreum, which ones would you be? Please comment. No problem, I'll comment. I would, number one, first choice after direct mining Raptoreum would be to be using Monero Ocean. Now, like I said, it profit switch across a whole bunch of other coins and then it pays you out in XMR. But it's not like mining XMR directly. It's like you could be mining Raptoreum, you could be mining Haven, or Scala's on there. Could be mining any one of those coins based on profit switching on your CPU, and it just pays out in XMR. So that would be my first choice. Would be heading over to Monero Ocean using that platform. Second would be probably mining Haven directly, which is XHV, which is the majority times what Monero Ocean picks to mine in the first place. It may start moving over to Raptoreum now that they're slowly implementing Raptoreum. So Haven would be number 2, and number 3 is a toss-up either between potentially Veer's coin, Veal, or Scala. I still got to do some testing to see what the next coin and profitability is currently looking like, but those would be the coins. So I guess number 1 Monero Ocean, number 2 Haven, and a toss-up for number 3 would be Veal, Veer's coin, or Scala, which is XLA. So hopefully that answers that question for you. High real currency, Zelda is a person. Nerd stuff. High real currency. Definitely Evox. Please support. Hi, I'm having a 5900X and 3600X. You think it's profitable having 0.8 kilowatts? 0.8. Actually, I think you still get away. Just make sure you do run efficient, because CPU mining is extremely efficient if you set it right. Like I said, I average about 97 watts on my 3900X mining Raptoreum, and when mining XMR, it's about 109 watts, so not too much. What do we got here? Patrick, content creating is very satisfying. It's good to be able to Rabid Mining. Thanks for your opinion. No problem. Definitely check those coins out, and I'm going to be doing some how to mine on Monero Ocean, and some other videos coming up this week, because I do got to start tacking in. I added a new page onto a new section, a new playlist onto my actual channel here, and it's called Rabid's Guides, which the first one I did do was the XMR rig, how to mine Raptoreum stuff. But I am going to start adding how to mine Ravencoin, how to mine Ethereum. I'm going to start doing a whole bunch of how-to videos just to kind of get, even though a lot of people might not watch them, but it's for the newer miners coming in later on down the road looking for how to mine videos. And it just adds another section of, like a tutorial section to my main webpage, even though it may not be the most exciting or the best whatever. It's just, some nice how-to stuff for newer people out there. So I'm just trying to cater to everyone that I can to. Jonathan Smith, how many coins are you getting per rig mining RTM direct per rig? I am not 100% sure yet. Right now, the best guess scenario is I can go plus minus 5 coins of whatever mine Raptoreum is telling me, because I've been doing all these tests for the past couple of weeks, and I used to be doing weekly Friday video of my Raptoreum profits, but because I've been testing, I haven't actually been trying to figure out how much I've been mining per day and whatnot until now. So this week coming up, I will be doing another Raptoreum profit video. So because I actually have all my rigs finally back mining Raptoreum directly and not testing 6 different pools on different miners right across the board. So coming into the future here, potentially this Friday, or it'll be next week, I will have some nice numbers that I can dish out for you, that I actually know what's going on with Raptoreum at the moment. Rabid Mining how-tos I found is very popular. Definitely give it a go. There are a lot of new miners. Yes, there's constantly new miners coming in. People, I want to try mining. That's how I very first started. I had my gaming PC and I had my gaming channel and whatnot. And I was like, well, maybe I should try this crypto mining thing. And I kind of, I looked it up. I started with Nice Hash, kind of got an idea of how the algorithm stuff worked. And then I looked up some other stuff, started mining Ethereum directly, Then I just slowly went up from there. And how I started buying my first extra CPU rig is because my gaming PC, literally, it took a year but it paid itself off mining XMR. And I used XMR and bought my second CPU mining rig. Now, a lot of people say, oh, you cannot count, say you have 3 rigs now, and you're not ROIing your rig, but that's exactly what I was doing. I'm not ROIing it by itself, but my one gaming PC ROI'd itself and paid for my second rig. Now I have 2 CPUs working to build my third rig. Then I got 3 CPUs working to build the fourth rig. And it just keeps getting faster and faster and faster once you start, building up. So that's how I do it. People say, you're not ROIing it, but business standpoint and mining standpoint, the more rigs you have, the faster you can ROI and purchase new cards based on your mining. So that's how I do think of things and look at things, even though people tell me I'm dead wrong when I don't think I am. But yeah, anyway, everyone just has their own opinion, but it makes sense. That's how I started expanding faster and faster. As I got more CPUs, they were just able to buy another one faster and faster. Did you end up test CPU mining VL yet? No, I have not tested CPU mine VL yet. That is on my list of things to do. I got so many requests coming in all the time of tests to do across things. I'm sorry I haven't got to some of them yet, and some of them take a lot longer. Raptoreum has definitely taken a lot of time to fully test out just the way the algorithm works, and now all these different miners. It's really crazy, but don't worry, I'm trying to get everything. I do have my list of things to do, and I will get to them all and get these numbers out for you guys. Yes, that is why this is 100% not financial advice. Don't do what I do. How many of you were big time gamers and then started mining and now never really game anymore? For sure. I think there's a lot of people like that, and a lot of people don't really realize that that's the thing. And that's when sometimes when I make some of my videos, I cater. I try to talk to gamers like, why would you not, mine part-time, to pay that rig off instead of having to use your hard-earned fiat farming money to go out and buy it, when it could pay for itself and you can upgrade it, in a couple of years without even having to spend any of your own extra money. It just makes sense. So I do try to, explain that when I do videos. Obviously you get all the hate mail and stuff, but it's very true. And a lot of gamers have moved to mining because of it, and they're actually seeing, this is a good idea. I don't know why I hated it before. People are saying that, but it's coming. It's a growing process. Ruin hash rate with game. I know. I was like, oh, because I got that 3060 Ti LHR card now, and I know every time I go to make a video or I go to render a video, all that hash rate, my 5950X goes offline to render, my 3080 goes off to render. I'm almost gonna make the video. I'm thinking about doing it this week or next week. I'm gonna be like, I swapped out my 3080 in my gaming PC for a 3060 Ti LHR card. Why? Because you know what? Too much downtime on the 3080. That's 100 mega hash coming down every time I go to render a video. So I might just throw my 3060 Ti LHR card in there, and I'm only pulling off 40 mega hash. And I'll just fire this 3080 into the Octominer, and it can be going 103 mega hash, because I do find it pulls 103 mega hash in Hive OS, where in Windows it's doing about 99 to 100. Same settings. So yeah, I think I might swap out my gaming PC 3080 FTW3 Ultra non-LHR for the LHR 3060 Ti from MSI that I just got in the Best Buy drop. I think that might be a thing I'm thinking about doing. That mining life. Is there a coin I can mine with my 660 Ti? I'm not really sure. Probably. What's Rio? I don't think Rio has a DAG file, does it? Does Rio have a DAG file? And if it does, it's very, very small and it never increases. So there's a potential chance you could mine Rio, maybe, but I can't remember what the DAG file or anything was. You could mine Raptoreum. It does not have a DAG file at all. So yes, you could probably mine Raptoreum on that GPU, because it does not even load a DAG using that Wild Hog GPU miner. So that's a possibility as well if you wanted to check it out and try it. I game on an old GTX 970. I bought it used during crypto winter for a reasonable price. Luckily, it's not too bad. Nice, good stuff. Is there a coin? We went through that. That's the same I do since a year with 2 cards. Now I have 17. See, look at Mining Mold GR. Nice. Started with 2 cards. Now it's 17. It's all a process. It takes time. That's why I say I don't go out there and, like, prices are extremely crazy right now. I don't go out there and put $10,000 on minimum 5 order of scalped GPUs or something at the stores now. I just wait in line at Best Buy. I try to get everything at MSRP. I try to get non-LHR if I can, and I just take my time and roll with it. I'm not spending massive amounts of money because if winter or something does come, then I don't really have to worry about it too much. But I'm not going to sell anything when a winter comes. I'm still going to be mining on everything. I'm going to be checking out other coins and testing, obviously, when it does happen. But I plan on mining all the time, and I really plan on growing the farm and keep it going. But I just go at a nice, slow, reasonable pace. I don't just, lump sum purchases and take out loans or anything crazy like that. That is highly not recommended. FOMO is bad with a lot of people. Like I said, I mentioned it a couple months back. I got an email from a guy who literally sold his car. I don't even know what kind of car he had. He sent me an email. He sold his car for about $98,000. I was like, wow, okay, that's a pretty expensive car. No idea what it was. Didn't ask. He said, yeah, but I bought 100 and some GPUs, 3080s. But I was like, okay, nice. He's like, can you help me set them up? I still don't have any power supplies or motherboards or anything yet. And he didn't have any infrastructure for power to run 3080s, but he had the GPUs. Now he still needed everything else. I was just like, wow, why? Is that a thing? Why would you do that? That's crazy. People are like that. Yeah, just don't be like that guy. Truth be told, my 10,000s are really not that great for mining either, but they are profitable, yet I am picking up 20 series as I can find them. I heard the is it 1060s or 1070s? I can't remember. It's 1060s or 1070s are really, really good. I think it's for Flux. Either Flux or it's Referrals, one of the two. But supposedly they're doing really good on that coin. One of those two coins. I can't remember which one it is, but yeah. People are looking for 1070s for, that coin individually on its own. You need more mega hash for more beer. 1070? It's 1070s? Brian A? Is that what it is? What coin is it? 1080s on Flux. They do pretty good there. Nice. Flux. Okay, Flux. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was Furo or Flux. It was one of the two. But yeah, people are definitely looking for 1070s. And that's an I want you mean. Actually, the prices on 970 easily double or more too. Doesn't make sense to buy a 5-year-old card for those prices. No, it's crazy. Way too expensive for a car. Smart to sell. Yeah, well, who knows what kind of car it was? What if it was a Ferrari or older Porsche or something like that? It could have been some crazy expensive car. Who knows? So do we have any last minute questions, guys? Because I guess we have been here for almost an hour and a half, so we will be wrapping this up. I got to try to get a hold of Octominer, see if we can work something out. We need to have a giveaway here too, guys, right? You guys deserve it. Am I right? All right, guys. So I'm going to give it a couple more seconds here, see if we can get a couple questions here, and then we will wrap this up. What do we got here? 124 viewers. I cannot see the likes, so hopefully somebody... I can't see the likes, so I don't know what we're at for likes, but still hit that like button. Will you have a wonderful afternoon? Of course, I'm going to have an amazing afternoon. And then I got to look into that wool beanie there because you guys requested a wool beanie, so I have to make sure, see if I can get that added to my store. Also, be sure to check out the rabidmining.com website. If you haven't yet, didn't know about it, check it out. Do you have any 3600X on RTM? I don't have a 3600X. My little one, this one right here, as you can see, this video, if you haven't seen it, check it out. My 7-year-old daughter has a 3700X mining raptoreum and a 3060 LHR version 2, currently mining Ethereum, and she has a 600 Raven coin or something as well. So yeah, she's a little miner here, and when she's not playing her games on her little gaming PC, I went through her profits on that video there. So be sure to check it out if you haven't. Barbecue chips are superior, but what's your brand? Lay's, Old Dutch, Miss Vicky's, etc. I like Lay's. Lay's barbecue chips I find are awesome. Old Dutch are actually pretty good as well. And barbecue chips are my favorite. So are the jalapeno cheddar Cheetos. Cheesies. Cheetos? The Cheetos, yeah. The jalapeno cheddar Cheetos are also my second favorite. Those are my two best chips right there, go-tos. Ben's 310 USD 499. Thoughts on the 3090 potential hash rate releasing end of January? Yes, it is coming out. I am not sure. It's going to get a bit more hash rate. I doubt they're going to put an LHR into it, but again, it is way too early to tell. I would imagine that they might try to slip an LHR in there because it is a new card coming out, but if they do or not, I'm not sure, because they still said they never put an LHR in a 3090, but who knows. But if it is non-LHR, currently 123 mega hash is a 3090, so maybe 130, 135 mega hash. I don't think it'll be too much more, but it's going to use a bit more power. Obviously, it's got very, very fast memory in it. What's it over? I can't remember. It's the first time any GPU has hit over, was it 2000 hertz or 3000 or something like that? I don't know. It's really fast memory though. Temps, no idea how it'd be. If it's non-LHR, I'd say around 130 to 140 potentially, but again, way too soon to tell, and no idea if it'll be LHR or not. I've seen ketchup flavors for Canada. Yes, there is. Oh, ketchup flavors, like ketchup in general. Yeah, they got mayo chup here too, or whatever it's called. Mayo chup. Is that what it's called? It's a mixture of mayo and ketchup in a bottle together. It looks really weird though, and it looks like I don't know. Kind of weird. But I have 6 CPUs and RTM now. Nice. Is a 3090 Ti going to be LHR? I have no idea if it's going to be LHR. I'm definitely going to have to look into it to see. I doubt it, but again, because it's a new GPU coming, there's a high chance that it could be LHR, but no idea if it is or not. It's gonna literally catch on fire now instead of most fire with the 3090s. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably gonna run very, very hot. It's crazy. 5600X, 5800X, 5900X on RTM doesn't seem to be profitable since price halved in the past 2 weeks, but pushing through. Any other for the 5600 and 5800X? Yeah, jump on Monero Ocean. You know what? It's probably more profitable than Raptoreum. I'm going to throw a rig on Monero Ocean here. I'll throw another rig on a separate address on Raptoreum. I'm going to go head to head. I think Monero Ocean is probably more profitable now than mining Raptoreum. But again, I won't really know and confirm that until I actually test it. So I'm going to have to test that out. Do you feel Raptoreum will be profitable next year? It all depends on the crypto market. It depends on the hash rate. If people start selling rigs because it's not very profitable, that means the difficulty will go down and then the rewards will go up. Again, it all depends. Will price go up as well? It should, but we just don't know. Right now, I'm just going to keep mining it until I find something more profitable. Then once I find something more profitable, I'll mine it and then potentially just sell that for Raptoreum and then put it in a smart node, because Raptoreum smart nodes, no power used, no nothing. It just sits there and earns you is probably the best way to go for a staking coin right now. It's a pretty high percentage staking coin at the moment. So it's probably one of the best ones there is right now, honestly. Nice AMA today. Thank you very much, Savvy for Tech. Did you see the Ryzen 6000 series leak video? I don't think I did. I saw something this morning on the 6000, but I don't think it was a leak video. So I'm gonna have to check that out and see if I can find something. Mark over there, hi. I want Miners freebies. Yeah, I bet you do. Everybody wants them, because honestly, I can 100% say those Miners are amazing. Like seriously, they are. I'm not just trying to hype them up or nothing. I really, really do like them, and I prefer them over open air frames. Oh, trying to drink some water here. Can we make a video how to make a mining pool? I have 3 VPS that are not doing anything right now. I can look into it, but I have no experience trying to roll with a mining pool myself, so I don't know how well of a video I'll put together for that, but I can definitely try, I guess. I could try it out, see how it does. Maybe I can test my own mining pool. I should get myself a nice little, server rig or something, something I can set up, run, VPNs or whatever into it, and then test like pools and nodes and stuff on it myself. So that should be something I should probably do sometime in the future. But for now, I just put all my money into like rigs and whatnot. Do you think GPU miners will be profitable in the crypto winter if there's little to no hydro costs? If someone wanted to go big, smaller would be better to first buy solar offset. Oh yeah, if you had free power, very, very cheap power, a crypto winter, it's not really an issue for you. The biggest issue is because it's not very profitable and you're using so much electricity that it's not worth it. But if you are running on solar or something, then it's not an issue. So what if the prices are down? You're stacking your coins for the prices to go back up, which is what we're kind of still doing right now, unless you're selling. But again, not financial advice, but if you got solar or something, you don't have to worry about a winter. I definitely want solar so I can just pump everything up and go through a winter. That'd be awesome. But I don't have one. Or I don't have solar either. Is 9 nodes trustful to stake our Raptoreum? Is there any security issue in staking our coins there? I use iNodes. I'll show you right now. I'll pop into my iNodes right now. I 100% use iNodes myself. I don't happen to see any security issues. Looks like I have to log in now. Let me just kind of adjust this. So I can do this. Log in. Bam. Enter. Enter. Are we entering? Loading. Should be loading now. Oh no. Oh no, you guys are seeing all my stuff still. Let me in. Authorize. Engage. There. Now we should be in. Sorry. There we go. So we're loading into iNodes now. Getting in here. Let me adjust my screen. So this is iNodes. So yes, I have it. So my stats currently, if it loads, let's take a look. There we go. So collateral wise, I got RTM. I got oh, sorry. 484,108 Raptoreum currently at iNodes. I got 3,483 Raptoreum currently pending. For tomorrow is when I'll get that payout. When it's done, I'll probably be around, I don't know, 3,800, 3,900. So it looks like on Sundays, almost 4,000 coins a week just from nodes here. So potentially, I don't know, I'm probably getting more from my nodes now than I am from mining, but I will not know till I actually mine through the next week and get a number for you guys. If you click on my smart nodes, you can see these are the 3 different nodes I am in. And then obviously we got our address and everything. But yeah, I use smart nodes. I have no issues with them so far. This is currently what I got rolling there. Where's all my other, there they are. There they are. I thought I lost all my stuff. What's going on here? Okay, yeah. Everything was messed up on me. I didn't know what was happening for a second. There we go. All right, I'll scale. Javid Sablinki. Oh my god. Siddiqui. Thank you for that 200 rubies again. #1 fan. Are you really? Are you the #1 fan? Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. How much coins should I mine before putting it into a node? You need at least 1,000 coins before it will go into a node. So you can mine to your onboarding address if you want. And then once it hits 1,000 on its own, it'll just automatically get thrown into a node. Once there's enough people with addresses of at least 1,000 to fully complete a node, that's when they'll all be pushed into a node. But you do need at least 1,000. Sometime in the future here, it will be moving down to like 500 or something again. Originally, when I first started staking on iNodes, it was a minimum of 10,000 that you did need to put on there. Actually, it's not called staking. It's the smart nodes. It's the backup chain to the network. But Rabid, that makes nothing. What are we talking about? What makes nothing? Famous achiever, but I don't know what you're talking about. Makes nothing. Did I miss a comment ahead of that? Before that? After that? Should I mine 10,000 coins before putting it into a node? It's up to you. 1,000 will probably get. I don't even know what it'll be. What's the percentages now? I go back to iNodes now and see what the percentages are. Where's iNodes bookmarks? So I gotta re-log in again. Oh, you gotta log in every time now. They changed this. They should change this. Hold on, let me log in. We're gonna look through the percentages here. So yeah, you gotta log in every single time now. So I guess that's good. And then every time you do that, you get an email now. So I got a whole bunch of spam emails from me logging in now. So we're logged in. Let's go to the blockchain and see what the percentages are. Yes, alerts, iNodes. Yes, I just got an iNodes alert that someone's in my account. It's me. So let's see here. Daily ROI is at 12% right now. So this is, remember, that's not 12%. That's under 1%. So we're just gonna go 1,000. I'm gonna times that by 0.0012. And that's 1.2 Raptoreum a day. Times that by 7. So 1,000 will be getting you about 8.4 coins per week with 1,000 RTM currently. And then I guess that's per week. Then we'll times up. So let's try now 1,000. And we're going to times that. Let's go our yearly ROI. Now, all these numbers here, if you look at them, they all add up to the same thing. It's just a different breakdown of how it all is. So we're going to go 1,000. We're going to times that by 42%. 0.42.82. So in a year, 1,000 coins. Did I do that right? I think I did that wrong. Sorry. 1,000 times, because that didn't look right, times 0.4282. So having 1,000 in the nodes will grant you, at the current staking percentages, 428 coins a year, which again, like I said, about 8 coins a week. So that's still something. It's better than nothing. It's better than waiting for 10,000, because if you're getting 1,000 a week and you got to wait 10 weeks, you could have potentially made 8 coins per week waiting for that 10,000. So it does add up the sooner you start getting it into there. But again, it's all up to you what you want to do. What's 9 nodes? Between 7 and 10 a week per 1,000. Oh yeah, June Carlos, he already said that already. I guess I could have just waited. Hi Rabid Mining, have you ever mined in the pool of the Raptoreum Emporium? No, I haven't tested a Raptoreum Emporium, but I should probably check it out. That is a default pool that XM Rig, I believe, has in there. So I don't know if that's tied to them somehow with other ones, but I should check it out. That is another pool we have to check. I didn't have enough rigs to do more pools, or I would have. So maybe moving on to the future, I could move on to some extra mining pools to check out every single mining pool Raptoreum does have. But again, everything just takes a long time to fully test out. Emporium uses the same framework as O11 data, and I'm the same as our pool as well. They all use the same type of engine. That was hard to see him use a calculator for that. I have seen a recent that some people had Exodus desktop wallets compromised. Any thoughts? Exodus is widely recommended, but now I have thoughts on its security. I use Exodus myself for my XMR and some other coins. But one thing I do want to point out that I am going to be looking into here is the Trezor. Is it Trezor or Trezor? Can't remember how you pronounce it, but they're a hardware wallet like the Ledger, but it is integrated into Exodus. So you can use a hardware wallet with them in Exodus. So that will, obviously, as we know, it stores your private keys offline. It's a cold storage wallet, which is the best thing to use. So technically, if you do link one of those to Exodus, that is the most secure you can get when storing your crypto. So if you have it on your thing and you download, a virus or something on your computer, then Exodus could be compromised. But if you are using a hardware wallet attached, linked to your Exodus, then it will become safe. So keep that in mind when you're doing that. I'm going to be doing a video on that actual wallet later on. I'm going to be linking it to my actual Exodus myself so that you guys can actually see how it's done. Did you post the test of all tests yet? No, I don't. It is complete. It is done. I'm probably going to have the test of all tests video released for Monday morning. I got to get all the graphs and everything together, but the testing is complete. I have all the numbers in, and the video will be dropping soon. What is your recommended way to cash out to fiat? I use crypto.com. I mine to it. I do it. And they, as you guys know, they have the Visa. And that is by far, for me in Canada, the best way to do it. And there's no monthly fees. It gives you 2% cash back. Depending on your tier, you can get up to 8% cash back. But, that one's really expensive. I don't have that. On any of your purchase you ever use. So when I get my GPUs and whatnot, I transfer my ETH onto my Visa. And then I purchase my GPUs at Best Buy. And on top of that, getting MSRP Founders Edition cards, I'm also getting 2% back from all those purchases. So it's just a win-win situation. I love it. That's the way I do use it. And it's just awesome. What an ad. It wasn't supposed to be an ad, but that's what I use. But again, not financial advice. But I used to use Coinbase myself. But once they were released in Canada, gone. That's all I use for everything. It's awesome. I love it. But I'm not trying to add it. I'm not trying to push it, but I really do enjoy it. It's really easy to do anything with any of the coins that they do support. And I also, what did I see? Oh, I saw something else on, but now I can't forget. Anyway, so yeah, hope that answered your question. That's what I use. If you want to sign up or try it out or check it or anything, I believe I do have a referral link somewhere in all my videos somewhere. I'm pretty sure I do. You use the same? Nice. Do you love it? Because agree with me, is it what I said it is, or am I just, making it up? Because, I need some confirmation on here. I really do think it's that good. Anyway, so yeah, here we go, guys. I just want to thank everybody for coming out. My throat is starting to burn me and I need to eat something. I'm starving. Yeah, much appreciated for everyone that showed up. You know, hit that subscribe button if you're new or watching this later. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button as well. We will be back again tomorrow to either do an AMA, maybe look some rig picks. Maybe we'll test out that LHR card tomorrow. That could be fun. Good thing to do as well. We'll see what happens. We will be back again live tomorrow. Hope to see you all there. Thanks for coming, and Rabid out. Oh, guys, I have to come back. I'm sorry. Honor Selvi. I just seen Tidecoin. I don't know what Tidecoin is. I'm very sorry. I'll look into it. I'm writing it down right now. But you had the two $1.99 donations there. $1.99 and 99 cents. So sorry for not posting it out and yelling your name out here. But I will look into Tidecoin for you. Again, thank you everybody for showing up. I'll see you later.